Only bombs. Only bombs. Welcome to the podcast where we blow up all the jokes. Only bombs. Detonate another bomb blast with every episode of pop. Soda pop pop pop. Only bombs. Only bombs.
Hey, what's up?
Yep, perfect.
Yeah.
Sounded good. All right.
Do I sound like I've been smoking for 30 years?
not any different from the way I sound, actually. Like, I'm like, fuck, me too. It's kind of, I don't know if it's the weather or what, you know what I mean?
It's all the smoking.
I know, like all the vaping and shit.
Yeah, I gotta quit.
Yeah. No, I'm right
She
there
says
with you.
as she takes a hit.
All right. I keep telling myself the same thing. I'm like, dude, I've got to fucking stop vaping, but I don't want to. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it's
I don't want to. I don't drink, so I'm 108 days sober. Woo! Go me.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Sober from alcohol, but
same.
I feel like I have to say that. People are like, oh, well, you smoke weed. And I'm like, yeah, I'm high right now.
108 days. When was that?
January 1st.
January 1st?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me it was December.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't touched alcohol since then. I don't want to. You know what I mean?
I like haven't wanted to unless there's like, I went to the rodeo.
You went to the rodeo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it just seemed like such a vibe where I'd love to crush beers and be like, yeah, ride the bull.
Right? Yeah.
But so there's like moments, or if I'm on a boat, I want to take some shrooms and have a cocktail. I don't know. Like there's if I go to Italy and I'm in the vineyards, I will break my sobriety for some Italian wine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean.
Versus like going to a local bar for no reason.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I think that's like been the hardest part about the whole sobriety thing has been like just finding yourself in moments where you're just like, this seems like a pretty badass time when to have a beer, you know?
Yeah.
But I'll take like gummies or something, or I don't know. I haven't had shrooms in a while though.
I need some sort of vice. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I need something.
Yeah, vaping ends up like that's the fucking thing. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a pretty badass start. Yeah, well,
Vaping, sick.
Vaping is fucking sick. Well, welcome to the show. Thank you for doing
Thanks
this.
for having me.
Hell yeah. Well, I saw you. I saw you at Marcus Monroe. Opened up for Marcus Monroe. And that was a pretty fucking killer set. Like,
thank you.
That was seriously very funny.
Thank you.
I was really blown away because especially with your dad joke. That one got me. I was like, dude, oh my gosh.
That's one of my oldest jokes too.
Yeah.
But I've changed it a lot and added to it. But it's one of my favorites.
Right. Yeah. I mean, because it's like you're setting them up to go in one direction, and you did. I was just like, because I was sitting there thinking the whole time while you were telling it, I was like, you live with your dad, 1 bedroom, cool. And then when that punchline hit, I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, bravo.
I love dark fucked up humor, because when your dad dies, the only way that you can handle it is with fucked up humor.
Right.
So I think I had such a fucked up childhood that I can't laugh at like silly stuff sometimes. Like it has to be really like
fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved Anthony Jeselnik growing up. I liked Jim Jeffries. I loved that he swore and said cunt all the time. That's where I was like, oh, I can do this. Like,
oh yeah.
But yeah, R.I.P. Dad.
Right. And anything Jim Jeffries does, like especially about religion, like oh my gosh, I eat him up. Especially Anthony Jeselnik too. I love Anthony Jeselnik. Is that so? Would you say like those guys are like your inspiration for beginning comic?
I would say that those were probably the first comics I watched growing up. I didn't really like. My dad was really into comedy, like, but not stand-up, more like comedy movies. So he was a big Adam Sandler fan.
Oh, okay.
And he was always like the silly guy. So I think I grew up around comedy, but not stand-up comedy.
Oh, gotcha.
And then it wasn't until like my high school sweetheart was like, let's watch this comedy special.
Yeah.
And I watched Jim Jeffries, and I was like, that's really cool.
That's right up your alley.
But I was a terrible public speaker growing up, and I had no confidence. So I was a very shy, insecure person. And there was when I like saw it, I was like, that's cool. There was no way in hell that I thought that I would ever do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't even get in front of my class with people I knew, to do a presentation.
Yes.
I'd be the type of person like this with a piece of paper being like, and I'd have to read exactly word for word.
Wow. So it was never like on your radar that this is something.
Yeah,
that you
I was
wanted
not
to
a good bullshitter, nothing. I wasn't,
No. So like what caused you to pick it up to begin with?
So I would say I started making like online content and I would do like funny things, but I focused more on fitness, I guess, when I like started online. And then I moved for my sales job. I was a sales rep at a marketing company. I moved to a new state. So I was living in Manchester, New Hampshire, didn't know anybody. It's kind of east bumfuck nowhere. There's not a lot to do. It's kind of hard to make friends.
Yeah.
My whole office is all older people. And there was one kid in my office, and I was like, hey, what is there to do? Like, I need to make friends. And he's like, oh, I go to comedy on Thursday. So I went with him to I didn't even know it was an open mic. That's how I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was a show, and I was like, wow, there's like 50 people here in this small attic, and this is super fun. And I loved it. And I was like, I wish I could do that. But again, I wasn't, I was still terrified to get on stage.
Yeah.
But I started, I think, watching stand-up more, and just kind of, it piqued my interest. I have some people like grew up on it and I didn't, but I ended up like 6 months later, it was me and a girlfriend, and we didn't have anything to do. And so I was like, well, there's comedy. Let's go to the comedy show. Yeah. And so we're all dressed up because we're about to go out, and this is kind of our pregame. And we're sitting in the front, and one of the kids on stage is like, what? We're the only women out of like 50 people.
Oh, really?
It was all open micer dudes.
Of course. As with tradition.
And me and my friend like dressed up. So they're all like, why are you here? You know what I mean? And we were like, oh, and my friend just yells, she wants to try stand up.
Oh, no.
And they were like, oh, get on stage right now. And I was like, no. I've never wrote a joke in my whole life. Please don't make me get on stage.
Wow.
And then the entire room just starts going, get on stage. Fuck. And I can't be a pussy. So I'm like, fuck, I'm going to have to do this or I look like a bitch.
Yeah.
And so I just chugged my beer. It was a double IPA, I might add.
Ooh.
And then I got up there and just told a story about how I was a bad first date.
Really?
And then I got some laughs, and that was like crack.
Yeah. Oh. Really?
And I wrote,
you actually got laughs your first time.
just like a couple here and there, like I was bombing in the like looking back at it, but the few reactions I did get,
it was electric.
It was just like, oh, I like this. And I wrote 5 minutes that week, like dove headfirst into comedy. And I came back the next week, had a full 5 minutes written, call back at the end from the beginning of the set. I like studied comedy. And then, I just did.
Whoa.
All of a sudden it became my thing.
So that was like, so you studied like the joke and the joke structure and everything like that. And then you just kind of.
Yeah, there was this podcast. It was called Let's Talk About Sets.
I never heard that, but that's great.
Yeah. And it was like some New York comics. I forget the guy's name, Harrison Tweed or something like that. And some other people, but they interviewed, like, I remember Mark Normand was on it. They interviewed like big comics in New York.
Oh, really?
Talking about, each episode had different things. Like one of the ones that I loved was the ABCs of comedy. And so it was talking about your A jokes, like your best jokes, your B jokes, which are like, you're still working on, but they're good, and then get laughs. And then your C jokes, which is probably like the really new shit that you haven't worked out yet. And how to set up your set like B, C, A.
Oh, man, I never even thought to do that.
Yeah, so I was like, it taught me like the science behind like, I guess, setting up your set and like things that I wouldn't even know where to start.
Yeah.
And there was one on like storytelling and how to captivate somebody with how you speak and your inflection and things like that. And I just watched that or listened to like all of the episodes and then watched a bunch of specials, and I was like, all right, I don't want to watch too much because I don't want to pick up on other people's voices.
Sure.
So I just kind of was like, all right, I'm going to figure out this kind of from there. But it was super helpful.
Yeah. Did your next time you went up, did all that stuff that when it came into play, did it work out?
Yeah,
better? Was it better?
I actually got like more laughs than the first time. Still bombing.
Sure. Yeah.
But more that kept me going.
Wow.
But it was fun. It was good.
Yeah. And so, like, so you started in New Hampshire? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Mm-hmm. And you performed in Boston as well?
I would drive for mics like an hour and a half to go to a 3-minute mic to do one spot for 3 minutes.
Oh, I feel that. I used to drive from Houston here. Yeah.
Jesus.
So it's kind of like the same thing.
Yeah.
You know? But I totally get it. So you drive from New Hampshire to Boston and just get like
or
3
Worcester,
minutes.
Western Mass, just for a few minutes.
Oh, man. Wow.
Because there wasn't a lot of options. It's not like in New Hampshire you could go up multiple times a night.
Right.
It was like once a night, maybe.
Yeah. I used to, so I lived in Maine for a little bit and used to go to New Hampshire quite a bit, like around I forget where it's called, but like the White Mountains kind of area in New Hampshire.
Okay.
So it was kind of like, just everything I saw was just like country. So what you're telling me, I'm just like, man, I can only imagine like, woo, just a few people like, yeah, that's funny.
No, there was it was like a small little town, I guess. There were still people. They had like a, I don't know what the name of the street, Elm Street. It's like our 6th Street. So it's like one street.
Just, yeah.
All the restaurants and bars are on that one street.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But then it's just kind of, I guess, apartments and a little bit more country.
Oh, okay.
As you go out.
Yeah. So like when you got into a city, was it sort of like, oh shit? Like, was it like a little nerve wracking?
No, because I grew up like, my family's from Boston. So I grew up on the South Shore of Massachusetts. We'd go into the city all the time.
Yeah.
I was taking the subway in middle school by myself.
Sure. Yeah.
So like the cities, I like love a city.
Yeah. That's your stomping
Yeah.
grounds,
And then I was in New Hampshire and I was like itching because I was like, there's nothing to do and I'm not stimulated enough.
Right. Was there a place in Boston that you were just like, all right, cool. That I can't wait to go and perform comedy here?
I didn't perform at a ton of spots. Like I wasn't at Laugh yet. I like Laugh Boston. I had fun at Nick's Comedy Stop. My favorite room though, I don't know. I guess I wasn't in Boston. I was only I wasn't in Boston for that long.
Oh, okay.
Doing stand-up. Like maybe not even 8 months.
Oh, okay.
So I was still an open micer. So like there was the Middle East. I had fun there. Everyone went there, but the booker and the host was a little crazy. So
So you started to kind of get an idea about what the community was going to
Yeah, I did not like the Boston community.
You didn't like the Boston community? Why? What were they like?
Well, I had friends, and then I did a topless comedy show for Black Lives Matter. So, because I was doing topless comedy on my OnlyFans, I had just started, and then I was protesting and doing everything, and I was like, how do I raise money? And I didn't think at the time, because no one was subscribing to OnlyFans. It was a little more taboo. So people weren't going to just create an account and have that be on their credit card statement to watch a comedy show. Then they got to explain that to their wives, you know?
It's just funny stuff, I swear.
Yeah. So I was like, let me do it on Zoom. And I'll just collect Venmos and donate all that money to different charities. And it did not have a good reaction.
Really?
It was not like a bad reaction publicly, but I would say it was a bad reaction in the comedy community because I had posted that poster in every comedy Facebook group across the country at the same time.
Across the country.
And I woke up to basically every city like trashing me.
Why?
Like, oh, just another girl has to show her tits to be funny and like blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, I knew my place. I was an open micer. I was not funny, but I was doing this for money and I wanted to donate my money to something that I cared about. And so it was just, and I was like, also there's naked shows. Bert Kreischer takes his shirt off. No one's saying anything if it were a man.
That's true.
So who gives a fuck? Also, Republicans don't want to donate and conservatives don't want to donate to the cause to support Black people. So what better way to take their money than for them to pay to see my tits, and then I put that money towards the Black community.
There you go.
I don't know. I feel like that's pretty good. But I got canceled. And
you got canceled like early on.
yeah, like 8 months, and I was just like a shell of a human, and I was very insecure about it, and it made me like really, and a lot of my friends who I started with kind of turned on me or were liking hate comments, and I was like, I thought you were my friend. You know, my intention was fine.
Really? I don't know. What I think is really bold about that, though, is that I remember where I was when I was 8 months in, and it was just like hopefully getting 5 minutes on stage. I wear button downs at the beach. I don't know how I would be able to do topless comedy. So that's pretty like freaking bold that you even did that.
Yeah, I don't know. I did grow up bullied, and my dad was a drug lord, and so I grew up with my family in the newspapers when I was in high school. In a small town. So I've dealt with a lot of rejection and groups of people being against me and stuff. So I think it was a little triggering, but also at the same time, it's like, God, what do I have to lose now?
Right.
You already have an opinion.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I'm going to make some money and whatever.
So you're just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Right? Did anything ever come of that, like afterwards, as far as comedy goes, like, or was it just kind of like you just sort of like, okay, we got to move on from this?
I met a ton of comics from across the country that now I, to this day, still have like friendships with as a result of that show that I did. And are you asking about the show specifically, or the cancellation, or?
You're answering exactly what I was asking. Basically, like, did anything good come from it?
Yeah, we raised over, I think $6,000 between two shows.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And I donated all of that, made some good friendships. And a year later, I just kind of stayed laser focused and kept working on social media and comedy.
Yeah.
And then a podcast. So that a year later, I was at the Hollywood Improv, and some guy came up to me and was like, "Are you Jaime Simmons?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "I was in the Facebook group when all that shit went down." And I had thought, here I am thinking everyone's forgot about it, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, I just wanted to say, I thought it was really cool, blah, blah, whatever. And I'm like, where were you when I was getting just demolished online?
When you were getting freaking picketed.
Yeah. But people, it was like, oh, now I have a social media following. And so now I've been along longer. I think there is a bit of kind of hazing in the beginning. You know when you take those harder courses? Yeah. Your freshman year or sophomore year, and they're weeding you out of a major.
Oh yeah.
If you're bad. I feel like that's kind of getting bullied as a newer comic to see can you handle this?
Yeah.
And that's why a lot, you know what I mean? And once people were like, okay, she's here, that didn't get her. Oh, that was cool.
Right? You're in. You're in the in crowd now. Yeah. So
but it's still people who meet me now and they're like, that was you? I remember that.
Dang, so it got pretty big, huh? It was how big was this? Was it viral big kind of thing, or was it
It was just talked about amongst comedians.
Gotcha. So it was just
and because I'd posted in every group, every scene kind of had their own opinion on it.
Yeah.
There was nothing going on in a comedian Facebook group for the scene anymore.
No, not really.
So there's maybe a post with a comment on it. I'm talking every single post I had 400 plus comments.
Damn.
It was the most talked about.
Yeah.
Thing for June 2020.
Yeah, and you said
because there was no comedy going on.
Yeah, it was the pandemic.
Yeah,
so it's
everything is shut down. No one's doing comedy. They're all online, and here is this new fat female comic being like, "I'm gonna donate to Black Lives with her tits out," and they're all like, "Fuck you, you're not funny." Granted, they were right, but
that's what kind of blows my mind. It's kind of I never heard so many people be like, "Tits, no."
That's what I mean. I'm like, why are you angry?
You know what I mean? It's that's not really a thing, But when did you end up in Austin?
A year and a half ago.
Yeah?
Yeah, I moved from New Hampshire to Boston. Was in Boston for a year and 8 months. And then I moved to Miami, September 2021. Was there for 3 years. And then moved here.
Did you do comedy in Miami too?
Yeah. Yeah, I restarted back up and stand up in Miami.
Oh, okay.
But the scene there is not that great.
Really?
It's just... Miami, I would say, is probably one of the hardest cities to do stand-up in.
Why? Do you know?
Yeah. So most touring comics don't like to go to Miami. Miami's different than Fort Lauderdale. But Miami specifically, a comedy show is someone's pregame. It's a dude who's taking out some hot filler BBL chick who's like, where are we going? What time's like the after party? And like baby. On her phone the whole comedy show. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's terrible.
I've gone to so many comedy shows where half the audience doesn't speak English. So I'm like, why am I bombing right now? And you're like, no, they don't understand you. They're just like, you know, the old Miami Improv shut down because of like gangs and stuff. People were bringing guns and they were like shooting up the Improv. I'm talking old Miami Improv. The one now, it's in a new location. It's very nice. I love it.
Sweet.
Shout out to the Miami Improv staff. But it's a hard place to do comedy. You have to really capture people's attention. You're in the most materialistic city where no one gives a fuck about people talking. They want women to be compliant. You think they want me to have a personality and a voice?
Right.
They're like, shut up, be hot, and we'll feed you.
Take your shirt off.
Yeah.
Like, no, I already did that.
But it teaches you a lot of skills, like to get people's attention and how to.
Yeah, to get sharper and capture them quick. You know? Yeah, was that something that that you kind of? I feel like you learned that early on, like to like captivate people and like grab their attention. Like with your comedy, huh? Like that. Especially
that's what happens when you grow up trying to get your parents' attention for so long. You get pretty good at it. Well, I studied marketing, and so I was fascinated by what captured my attention growing up. Like what made me watch the YouTube videos that I did or the people that I followed online. And like, okay, so they're eliciting this response in me because of their authenticity and willingness to swear and be crazy. Okay, so like that's important to me. And they're helping me. So, like, how do I be that for somebody else?
Gotcha.
Where some people are like, oh, you just want to be in the spotlight. And it's like, no, I know how to work with the spotlight, but we're all trying to be in the spotlight doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know, it's about what we're trying to say and why, I think, is important. But yeah, I studied marketing and business. And I was like, why am I going to get paid a shitty salary, work my ass off for somebody else when I want to do this for myself, Yeah. So like I started my career with a marketing business like mindset.
Just a mindset of
Some people started being like, I just want to be a comic and be good, and they don't care about the business side. But growing up poor, I was like, I have no option but to care about the business side. So I'm going to do both at the same time.
Yeah. You see, man, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Like, I'm trying to figure that part out about like this, and I just didn't, there's like a whole other side. I was just like, okay, I'm just going to get mics and then, like just have awesome comics and just come and talk. But then I'm like, oh, there's this whole other area that I'm like, I had no idea about, you know what I mean? And it's just, it's crazy.
Well, yeah, it's like every industry you're in is a business.
Yeah.
It's like art is unfortunately like kind of dying. It's not about talent. I was just talking to my friend Zach Orion, he's a comic, and he was like, we're in a attention era, not a talent era. Like a talent comes second to can you get people's attention?
Right. Yeah.
And it's like, so I think caring, and people are like, I don't want to have to care about that. I should just be a comic. And it's like, yeah, well, there's some amazing comics who've been doing it for a long time who don't know how to go online anymore and aren't selling tickets.
Right.
And they are killers.
Yeah.
Do you know, there's some people who just like couldn't keep the attention and now like they're back in the same position.
Yeah.
It is important.
It is important.
And then you fuck around for so long, you wake up and you're like, some people wake up and they're like, I don't know, you're older and it becomes harder to hustle the way that you did when you were younger.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't even been doing it that long. I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, me too. That's why I was telling you, I'm like, hey,
look at me. I didn't even like get ready today. I'm tired.
Neither did I. No, that's the reason why I was telling you, like, don't even freaking worry. I'm like, we're on the same page as far as like, give me a minute. That's something I'm kind of learning too. I've been talking to my brother a lot about like trying to come up with some kind of like a segment, like some kind of like show, like kind of other thing to like supplement this. Like, cause even though I do like this and I do love, like, this is what I love doing is just having a conversation, but like, it's not enough, and it's like, and man, I like when I got that realization, I was just like, fuck. I'm like, man, I don't want to sit there and be like, well, this is the top 5 worst, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm just not that guy, but I'm like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's hard. When you're talking about like podcasting too, like we were like making clips and spending money and then they weren't going anywhere. And I was like, okay, so what makes a good clip? And it's a hook and you're making a full point, or you're maybe catching them off guard, or there's a joke in it or a cool story. Maybe the way that you cut it up, because on a podcast, you can listen to someone talk slowly and take a long time to get to a point, but on a clip, you can't. So we were like, okay, how do we record our podcast with clips in mind? And we were coming up with like the topics and the hooks already. So every time I started and asked a question, it was set up like a hook. Like we knew where we would take the combo, and so that we could make a clip ahead of time. And then that helped us grow. But some people don't like, I think about that sometimes too. Like I met a comic who is a great comic, and he started writing jokes for clips.
Yeah.
Like with that in mind, like a hook, whatever, which I think you should just be like, I think good jokes would be able to do that anyways. But I don't know.
I see where I see exactly where he's going.
See what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
I see exactly what you're saying, because that's almost like like it was what I was telling you before. I'm like, oh, I have some questions that might be clippables, stuff like that. It's like I even hate like having that mentality, because I want to have them just let's just talk. You know what I mean?
An authentic conversation.
Yeah, just an authentic conversation. But it's just like that. And I didn't realize that until like I started getting like more and more episodes. But I will say that on your podcast, the 2 Girls, 1 Blunt, like that, those are really entertaining.
Thank you.
Those are like legit. Like, it just seems like y'all are like just have this awesome energy, you and Emily, and the way y'all just like bounce off of one another. And like, it's almost like y'all's energy like matches. And I love how y'all find a way to bring in the guests and they kind of match that energy too in their own way.
Well, so so actually that was kind of all strategic. Because when we started, Emily wasn't in comedy or anything. We were both kind of new to the podcasting world. So we were figuring out that together. And if you watch our first episodes, we don't have that banter, the comedy banter. And we actually started practicing that. And we learned we like took note of what let us banter like that and be silly with each other, and it just got better and better, so that we can kind of pick up on where the other person was going through. Like we did over 250 episodes, so
wow, I didn't realize it was that much.
It was like 5 years long of a pod.
Okay, that explains a lot then.
Yeah,
okay.
And we used to be like number 2 in stand up on Apple Podcasts.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we're big, but it like unfortunately the podcast is no longer, and I am not friends with Emily, but we would specifically bring on guests, because we did the whole thing where we would bring on guests that actually we didn't have they weren't good podcast guests for what we were trying to do. And we were like, you have to come with some crazy stories. You have to be willing to talk crazy. You have to be willing to collab on clips. Like there was a set of rules before you were even welcome on our pod.
Oh, wow.
So it was like, once we like figured out what those were through trial and error with bad guests, or it's just like not being a good episode, we were able to like be like, this person would be a great guest. And their audience worked with ours. Like, so one of those people was Trey. Do you know who that is?
It's not coming.
He's a Canadian comic, lives in New York.
Yeah.
Has a big fro, talks dirty. He like does a lot of sexual jokes. He did the follow me fucking idiot videos. Blew up on TikTok. He's doing great. He's hilarious. But because he was like more sexual and crazy, and we brought him on, the episode did so well. He collabed on like 15 clips with us. We hit like 20 million views in a month.
That's insane.
From clips just with him, because the banter was so good. the topics were online. He wasn't afraid to get like open with us. It was just that's like synergistic energy, you know?
Yeah.
And it worked really well. And so we're like, okay, we want to be able to only invite people on that we feel that way with.
Hell
so
yeah.
we stopped inviting like famous people on in comics, and we're like, you're our friend. We have such good energy with you. This is going to make a great episode.
Hell yeah.
And that's kind of what we did. But it took time. It took a long time for us to be able to get to that point of bantering. And
yeah. When you see like clips like that you were doing that, and that became, excuse me, that became like viral like that. Like what's like your, like what's going on through your mind when you're watching this happen?
I think the first time you're like, oh my God, this is so cool. I hit 1 million views or whatever. And then unfortunately, like drug addiction, it's never enough. And so you're like, I could always do better. And then you kind of you paralyze yourself a little bit. Like when you start focusing on the numbers rather than the content. So I think like my whole experience with that podcast was such an ebb and flow of like, this is really cool and very exciting, and how awesome is this, to how do I replicate this? Oh no, I didn't replicate this. Now everyone's gonna not listen to our just like, you know, the typical negative mindset loop you get in.
Yeah.
And I think that actually ends up like you focus on the negative, then you're like, you stop getting views and you're like, fuck.
Oh yeah. I get that way right now, and I only get like 30 views. But
that ended up happening.
Yeah.
There was a time period where Emily and I had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
And then there was a time period where we didn't. And our views and audience kind of died because of that. And you could tell it was very, like, I think evident that we were not vibing as well on some episodes. Or just like we didn't have the same passion for it.
Gotcha. Yeah. What, was it because it felt like a job or anything like that? Or
yeah, that was definitely a big part of it. I think we had our own personal friendship stuff outside of that and personal lives. And it was such a full-time job, and people don't realize the dedication of like having to film every week and do this big production and pay for editors. And then we did edit, like we had an editor sometimes but we did all the marketing, all of the like booking and sponsorships, whatever it was 100% us. We weren't represented by anybody. So, and even like uploading the videos to send to an editor and then editing the stuff that he sends over even more. It's just a lot. It was a lot. And then I couldn't really focus on stand-up the way I wanted to. It was like the podcast was a priority. We didn't have the same love for it, I guess. Yeah. And then I was like, why are we spending money on this? I think we'd be much happier if we just separated.
Yeah.
You know?
I think I get it completely, because I didn't realize like how much this was going to get, but there is like this kind of like this love of the game that I have for the podcast, you know? And so, but yeah, it's like the investment, you know, and I do it all.
Of time.
Yeah.
I can't go away. Like we'd be like, I have to get back and record the pod.
You got to get back and record it. Yeah.
Or like you need to edit it, and then you're like, fuck, the hard drive's at home, and it's like you're traveling with so many hard drives or like anywhere you go.
Yeah, I know. I have like 4 of them. So where did y'all do that? I mean, where did you record at?
Our living room. We redid our whole living room to be a podcast studio.
Oh, so kind of like this whole thing.
Yeah. We had I think I have a picture I could show you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that is.
But yeah, it was like we did green on the walls, and we had everything set up so that it was just easy because it was so annoying.
Green on the walls is a good idea. I feel like I'm like I want to do that for this, or green somewhere. Just give me some green.
Honestly, I love it. I think it makes it look so fun and like eye-catching, the green and neon. Any neon lights, I always think look so good online.
I know what you're talking about. I've been wanting to get like an Only Bombs like neon light for this place because I feel like it would just add that.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Yeah, those shit. Have you thought about getting another one? Another podcast, I mean?
I'm still figuring out exactly what I want to do, or if I'm just going to focus on stand-up for a little bit.
Sure. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Your stand-up is killing it. Like, you go on.
No, actually keep complimenting me.
Yeah, no, your stand-up is killing it. I think what I was really like most impressed by was like your jokes are just tight. You know what I mean? I could tell you've done them a lot. You rehearse them a lot. you know. And have you kind of noticed a difference in the evolution of your stand up?
Yeah, I think I have like they're more tag heavy. I'm more like bop bop bop. What I'm struggling with, and I keep hearing this from comics who are better than me, is that I sound like I'm telling my jokes.
Oh, okay.
And it sounds like I'm like, Jesus. It sounds like I'm telling my jokes, like I'm reciting them instead of just talking like this. Which when I'm up there, I'm like, I feel like I'm just talking.
Right.
But I've heard this from enough comedians to be like, yeah, you had an amazing set and 4 applause breaks, but you sounded like you were rehearsing your jokes. And I'm like, I feel like I'm talking, but that's kind of where I'm at working on right now. And I think I have like the writing and the tags down, but now I need to focus on how do I make it seem like it's the first time of me saying it.
Yeah.
Because you're saying like, oh, it sounds like you've rehearsed which is a good thing, but also is hurting me too.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
From killing, I think.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, because I guess like I don't know, like I mean I thought it was really good, you know, but I think I was the way I was judging it was sort of like I was expecting like, you know, somebody to not do well or like bomb, because I've just seen that a lot, especially like if I go see like national artists or whatever, unless I'm at the mothership where people are there to actually see a comic. Like I feel like I wanted to make a shirt that says nobody laughs in Austin.
No one laughs in Austin. It's hard. Austin's a hard scene.
Very.
Which is why people get really good. I feel like I'm in boot camp. It's like, and I don't say hard like a negative, you know?
Right.
But you're fighting for spots. You're fighting for attention and to stay relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you think me coming in with a podcast meant nothing. Like, and it shouldn't. It should be about what I can do on stage, you know? Yeah. But I think that there was an idea that it would. I felt like was projected on me, and I'm like, no, it's actually, I think, making it harder because people like want to make sure I'm working
right
to get where I'm at.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And that's exactly what I see.
Yeah. You're fighting with spots. You're on stage sometimes with fucking someone insanely good.
Yeah.
You know? Like, yeah. So you really have to hold your own against some of the best comics.
You really do.
You know, and when they're so used to seeing really good comics, I'm 4 years in, like that material is not always it shows the difference in like the length and experience shows.
Yeah. Do you have like a favorite Austin comic?
Hmm.
I know that's a hard one. Because if I had to answer it, I'd be like, fuck, I don't even know.
There's just so many good ones and for different reasons.
Yeah. There is so many.
There's so many. I don't know. Yeah, there's so many. I don't think I have a favorite.
Yeah. No, that's completely understandable. This shit, like, I mean, there are people whom like, so I started in 23 in Austin. So I started in 23 and you know, there are people whom I used to just do these like open mic circuits with who are now like, you know, like they're great. And they were great back then too, you know, but it's so awesome just seeing like people just kind of climbing that ladder, you know, just seeing like people like kind of get there and everything. I feel like you're kind of like on that like up and up. Do you feel that way, or like is it just a constant like struggle?
Yeah, I feel like I know what to do to get to where I want to go. And I'm dedicated enough to know that like if I stay where I'm at, that a positive outcome is in my future. Does that make sense? So yeah, I'm on the up and up, but not in like a cocky way where it's like, yeah, clout. Does that make sense? Like I'm like, no, I still got to put the reps in and work, and I am like, and I have a long ways to go, but I'm very excited for that journey. And it's so cool to watch my friends also go through that, from being like open micers to like on the road doing like arenas with some people. And I'm like, holy shit, this is so cool to watch people around you like grow. And so, because I moved here from Boston, and so there's a huge Boston scene here from the guys that I started with.
Really?
Yeah, Mason West is one of them.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Mason West? Mason Smith?
Okay.
What am I saying? I knew a Mason West from college. Mason Smith, he was one of the only comics who was nice to me during the cancellation. Moved here. He's the one who recommended me to the talent booker to open for Marcus.
Oh, that's great.
So it's like, but a lot of those comics hadn't seen me in 5 years. They just watched, I guess, my growth online. And so it's like cool to be like, holy fuck, look at us 5 years. I haven't seen any of you guys in years.
Yeah.
How good you guys are and like what you're doing. I don't know. I love it. I love the community.
Oh, that is
fun.
That is really cool. I think one of like the first places I ever did stand up was this place called Bad Astronaut in Houston. And that's where I met Trey Campbell. And so now Trey Campbell's like freaking everywhere, you know, but it's just kind of crazy to see like, you know, like just, we were just at this like little writer's room kind of thing. And then we did like an open mic, you know, and then all of a sudden like, what the fuck? Like, it's just crazy, you know?
Yeah.
It's just crazy. It's like,
yeah, even Cam Patterson blowing up on KillTony, Deddy. I was friends with Deddy before KillTony, and he was like taking the bus everywhere.
yeah.
And like had been doing it for so long and was very talented, but just like, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden we got to watch his life change overnight, which is like so incredible to be like, fuck yeah. Like you've been out here grinding every day doing that. So it's really cool to see.
It is really cool to see.
And it's also motivating because like you will be left behind if you are not hustling like that too.
Yeah. You got to hustle. That's for damn sure. How many mics do you usually hit a week?
It depends, but not a ton.
Not a ton.
No.
Are you focusing mostly on like your writing kind of thing, and then?
Yeah. Well, the last year has been hard for me. I think I developed some sort of autoimmune condition after like a toxic relationship. Like the move here, I kind of lost everything in the move, and then I went and was in a toxic relationship, and my nervous system has been fucked since. So I was like blood pooling in my legs, can't walk or stand for long periods of time. So I was like kind of struggling with fatigue and brain fog as a result, and a lot of inflammation in my body, which is part of the reason I stopped drinking, to see if that was causing more inflammation. I was like, I'll do what I can to calm it down. So I was not able to get up as much as I would have liked to this last year. So I'm like disappointed, and I hold guilt and shame for that. But also I was like taking care of my health. And now I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, we're back at it. I'm up trying to get up every night. So tonight, gonna hit some mics.
Oh yeah.
But also like I was doing shows almost every night, and the nights off I would be doing OnlyFans. So it's like sometimes I'm doing multiple shows a night, and I don't.
Yeah.
So
you're still working.
Yeah, on a night off I'll do mics, or like if I don't know if it works with the schedule.
Yeah.
But everyone will be like, you should be hitting mics all the time. But I just don't think there's good Austin mics. Like Cackle Shack is one on Mondays, but I sign up for KillTony. But that's like a little show. Whereas like a lot of the mics here are like 4 people in the crowd to an open room. I'm not really getting a good gauge.
No, I'm right there with you.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. Whereas mics in Miami were different. Mics in Miami, like I actually felt like I was getting something out of the mics.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to do a midnight mic to 4 comics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm going to get a good night's sleep or go home and write and feel better so that I'm showing up more. I burnt myself out.
I feel that. I mean, my whole thing, like, and you know, I'm also trying not to sound like cocky or nothing like that, because I'm not at that point comedically.
I'm not either. Like I should be hitting shit every night, multiple times a night.
Yeah.
But my health literally is getting in the way, and it's unfortunate.
You got to take care of that, you know, especially like I'm no stranger, like stress, anxiety, like all that shit. Like but when it comes time, like I shut everything down, and I'm like, I need to relax. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I totally get it. You know, I actually I really stopped doing mics. I started doing like only shows, you know, and it's like I've been feeling a lot better personally. Like if I go out and just do a show, I get there and I'm just calmer. I know exactly how much time I have. It's usually longer than 3 minutes. You know, I'm more relaxed.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, I'm not trying to like, you know, be cocky. I don't get shows all the time or nothing like that. But you know, but when I'm trying to work on shit, I'll go to mics and everything. But
yeah, I feel like I should be at more. I just haven't found. There's not a ton of good mics here. There's like Cap City. But if I have shows, I can't make it up north. So it's like sometimes I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to take the show over the mic. But,
Sure. Yeah.
but I think with this new stuff that I'm working on, I might just go to mics to start talking on stage.
Just to get it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I have a few
I should be
things just
doing.
like that, you know? So.
I should be working harder. That's to the comics listening. I know.
Yeah, they have some of them though that they just hit it and hit it and hit it and hit it and hit it, and more power to them. It's just like I just can't do it that way.
Sometimes I physically, literally, I cannot stand. Like
man.
walking, taking a shower will cause me to be in immense pain in my legs.
Wow.
I've been going to the doctors, taking all these blood tests, got my IUD out, which I have felt better. Like it hasn't even been 30 days. And immediately I was like, was this the source of all of my struggles? Because you can get copper toxicity and all this stuff, and it causes a lot of inflammation. I instantly feel much better, but I still have some of the stuff going on. When I was looking at my symptoms, I was like, oh, fuck, it looks like MS. Like it lines up with MS, which would be terrifying.
Absolutely.
People were like, get on stage. I'm like, I can't stand up. but then I talked to a therapist, and I was because I'm in therapy to talk about the guilt and shame. It's like I feel like I'm benched at like one of my high school soccer games. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't play, and I'm like, I want to be out there, like, but I'm on the bench. And then the therapist was like, how old are you? And I was like, 32. And he was like, I know a lot of people who got diagnosed with MS your age, and this is sounding. And I go, oh no, this is another person.
What?
Telling me it might be MS. So now I have to go to a neurologist.
Oh my God.
And figure out what the fuck is wrong. But
oh yeah. No, I'm right there with you. I have symptoms and everything. And I went to my doctor and I was like, dude, I hate to say this. I was like, I think I might need a colonoscopy. It's like
me too.
You just start like going like, dude, check me.
Yeah, there's something wrong. There's something about aging where I'm like, I never cared about this stuff, and now I'm like, oh, did I get enough fiber today?
Yeah, I know.
I'm sending my friends recipes about like soups that are anti-inflammatory with extra fiber because they're like, my boyfriend's not taking proper shits, and I'm like, I got you.
I know exactly what you mean.
I just met a guy at a bar 3 nights ago, and he was like, hey, before you guys leave, like, should I move to Austin? And I was like, where are you moving from? And he's like, Miami. And I was like, no, stay. But then we just started talking, and he started talking about gut health. Before I know it, me and my girlfriend are talking to these two dudes about shitting and gut health and all this stuff. And I was like, wow, this is adulting. Because back in the day, they'd been like, oh, a girl talked about poop. Oh no. And now we're all like,
no, talk
what
about it.
Probiotics do you use? And what brand of fiber? Or like whatever.
Look, let's get into this shit, okay?
Yeah.
Like, no, but totally. Like for real. Like my doctor was like, you need more vitamin D. And I was like, I work nights. And she was like, yeah, you need to eat more fish. You need like more vitamin D, all this stuff like that. And I was like, doc, is that why I'm tired like all the time? And she's like, probably.
Yeah, but they just say vitamin D. And I'm like, well, what's causing you to not retain the vitamin D? Because I've been taking vitamin D. That's what they told me too. Nothing changed.
No shit?
No.
Damn it.
It's not, I think it's not about like supplemental vitamin D. I think we literally, like, I think as humans, we are experiencing zoochosis. Zoochosis as a group of people in the world. We're experiencing zoochosis because what happens with us being trapped in our houses, similar to zoo animals who are trapped in cages, they start developing behavioral issues and they start hurting themselves. They start, it's just they go through psychosis because they're trapped in a cage and they're not living their real lives. So we had COVID, or we had that thing we can't talk about, the pandy, and we were all stuck inside, and now we all have a slew of mental health issues and physical symptoms because we are not meant to be working like this and trapped inside. We're trapped in essentially a system that we can't escape, and we're all experiencing zoochosis.
Yeah. There is something to that though.
There's something there.
Yeah, because it does seem like the world is like getting fucked up.
Like, yeah, we're all like animals in trapped cages being like, we're fucking done, and our bodies are falling apart. We're getting sick. It's bad. I know somebody, she's 28 28, maybe 27, 28, has stage 3 colon cancer.
No, really?
Yeah, a girl.
It's fucking awful.
It's the rates for colon cancer around young women in like their early 20s, like 22 years old,
No shit. Really?
are skyrocketing.
Jesus Christ.
Colon cancer in the young because of all the stuff in our food and everything.
Holy shit. Yeah. Like,
It's really bad.
I know the food is bad. Like, what was it? I saw something. Somebody said something. It was like a TED talk or something like that. But she was like, and I'm totally paraphrasing here, but she said something like, if you need to take a shot to prevent you from eating the food that you should be eating, then that's like taking a shot to prevent you from getting thirsty. You know, like it shouldn't be that way. Like you shouldn't be like, the food shouldn't be that bad that you have to take a shot to be like, don't eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like when, you know, that just clicked. When she said that, I was like, and I really wish I remembered who said that. But yeah, when she said that, it just clicked. And I was like, that is really fucking right. You know, like people are just taking like the Ozempic and the Tirzepatide and like all this stuff to try to get them to stop eating this fucking terrible food.
Well, it's because it's like addicting. It's not even food. It's like chemicals.
It is. Yeah, it is very addicting.
I can tell because I started eating healthy and like pretty raw. Like I used to never eat fruits and vegetables. And I started eating that as I was healing and focusing on my health because I'm like very dedicated with stand-up. So it's like, all right, well, now I'm learning fucking human anatomy and like the basic understanding of gut health so that I can be a better comic because so I can survive and do comedy.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy.
No, so have you noticed a difference like since changing your diet like that? Has it actually made an increase in like energy and things like that or?
I think that I think we're very we're influenced by how we grew up in our environment. So like you know how we can't go to Mexico and drink the water, but people in Mexico can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I grew up eating pizza and like fast food and frozen shit and leftovers.
Same. Yeah.
And so my body reacted really well to that. So when I switched to healthy food, my body did not react. And I had actually like the opposite reaction. And the first time I did it, I had the sugar flu. And I got so sick throwing up because I like cut out processed foods.
Oh, I see. So
and
like withdrawals.
Mm-hmm. And then because my body had all the enzymes to process the processed foods, because it prioritized those growing up, I no longer had the enzymes to process like broccoli or like actually healthy raw foods.
Oh my God.
So it's like sometimes if I have warm cooked foods, I react good. Or like, but yeah, I do feel that my body has less inflammation. It took me a while. It took me years to get used to like healthy food without having bad reactions.
Man.
And I realized I'm allergic to a lot of like fruits and random shit.
Really?
So yeah.
Wow.
So it was like years of like having bad reactions. And I remember one time I had like the sugar flu, ate fucking a whole thing of mac and cheese. And I was like, woo, my headache's gone. I feel better. I can go do stand up today.
Yeah.
But I'll be like, let me eat this salad. And then I'm like, my brain isn't working, you know? Like,
yeah. No, I don't, like, I don't eat like milk, you know, or drink. I don't eat it, you know, but yeah, I don't drink milk. I really, like, I'll eat cheese, but all that shit like fucks me up, you know, like real bad. Like,
because that's the cheese in America is not even cheese.
It's not. No, it's not. No.
We're eating plastic. That shredded Mexican blend is plastic.
Yeah. I saw this video once on TikTok of this dude like making a pizza, right? And he was like making a pizza with an Italian guy. And the Italian guy was like, I'm going to show you how to make a real pizza, right? And then this dude like had the audacity to like pull out like one of those like Baby Bell like mozzarella cheese. And the like Italian dude was like, that's not cheese. That's not cheese. I don't know what the fuck that is, but that's not cheese. And yeah, I was like, man, that's the way other people are viewing like our food. It's like that. Like our food is fucked up.
Yeah.
Fucked up. Yeah. Apparently government cheese was like leftover cheese.
Oh yeah. Yeah. My parents grew up on government cheese.
Yeah. We used to have like the blocks where it just said the word cheese. It just looked like just cheese.
And my mom would be like, every week or every month we'd go up and get her a block of cheese.
Was y'all's in like a silver wrapper?
I didn't have it growing up, but my mom did.
Oh, your mom did? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ours was in like a silver wrapper. It was like silver wrapper and it just said the word cheese. And it was like, I don't know about this. Like even as like a kid, I was like, I don't think so, dude.
It's so funny. I worked at you know what Wahlburgers is?
No.
It's Paul Wahlberg's, it's Marx Brothers. He's like a chef. His burger restaurant, and now it's a chain.
Really?
But I worked at the original when they opened it, and they grew up in Dorchester, so like not a good area to grow up in, and they grew up on government cheese. So like the story behind the burgers that they made was like their mom's smash burger or their mom's burger recipe, and they used like blocks of cheese for their cheese. I don't know if they still use that, but I'm pretty sure it was like the idea of like, oh, we're gonna use government cheese because that's what we grew up on.
Oh man, yeah. I mean,
Something like that.
But there is something about it though, like where you're telling me about it, and I'm like, that sounds appetizing as fuck.
I loved the burgers.
Yeah.
I don't know if they actually use government cheese. Don't quote me on that. I'm probably wrong. I'm gonna get sued.
I don't know about that. That would be kind of cheesy.
Yeah. I would be like, no, I worked for you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I think I worked at Subway, and then I used to eat Subway a lot, and then I read that that I think the bread is made out of something like the same kind of ingredients or something as yoga mats or something like that.
What? Well, yeah. The things are like McDonald's and their burgers not lasting.
Yeah.
Or their burgers lasting for like years. I just saw a video of a grandma. She was like, this burger's from 1984. And it was in perfect condition. I was like, that's what is it doing inside of our body?
That's fucking weird. You know what I mean? That's just so strange. Did you see that thing about like how it was like some dude on the internet like was saying that the amount of burgers that McDonald's puts out doesn't match the amount
we're
of
eating
cows.
People. No, we're literally eating people.
Soylent Green, basically, yeah. It's
fried chicken. Chicken used to bleed when you cooked it.
Yeah, now I'm like,
it doesn't bleed anymore.
It's weird. It's fucking strange.
Because the vampire sucked the blood out of the human meat that we're eating, and the elites are evil, and we're doomed.
Yeah.
And I'm just making sure I can take a normal shit today and get on stage.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, if I could just get one log, I think I'll be all right. If I could just log a log, I think I'll be good to go.
Yeah.
But that is, man, the pursuit of regularity, in our bodies.
I hate adulting.
Yeah.
I miss being a feral, young 22-year-old, just so blissfully unaware of what I was doing to my body and the impact it would have on me as an adult.
I know. Oh man, I know exactly what you're talking
stress.
about.
Stress will kill you.
Stress will. Yeah.
I think that's literally what develops some sort of autoimmune. It's like the moment I'm stressed, it's like flare up. Yeah. And then I'm like, if anything stresses me out, I am not a functioning human being. So I literally have to just every day.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful. Things are working out for me and nothing can affect me.
Is that what you do to relax? You meditate?
I meditate. Sometimes I just need to zone out. Sometimes I need a good laugh or like be social. Sometimes I think a good friend hang, like I do game nights and we play this game called Secret Hitler and it's amazing. Have you ever heard of the show Traitors?
No.
Okay, so the show Traitors is you have traitors and faithfuls. And everyone, say there's like 20 people. Everyone's pretending to be a faithful. Okay?
Okay.
And there's a couple traitors amongst you. And your goal is to vote who you, as a group, think the traitor is out. And by the end, if you vote all the traitors out, the faithfuls win the money. But if the traitors remain in and they get away and you think that they were a faithful the whole time, they win the game. So it's a game of lying and deception.
Gotcha.
Secret Hitler is liberals and fascists.
Oh, okay.
And there's two fascists and one Hitler. And it's like a political game and you're all kind of like fighting and lying and you don't know who's the fascist and who's like a liberal and you have to vote them out so that the fascists don't take power.
Oh, okay. So how do you decide like who's who?
It's like cards and we pass them out and you kind of
card game.
Yeah, like you secretly look at it and then you pass like fascist or liberal policies.
Yeah.
And you either pass fascist or liberal policies, and that's how you can kind of tell based on the moves that people are making, like, oh, I think you're actually a fascist. And then some people are really bad at lying. So once you press them a little bit,
Yeah.
It gets fun.
Do you ever play video games at all?
Yeah.
So that kind of reminds me of that I just forgot the damn name. It's that one with all like the little space invaders or whatever. And then and I forget the name of it, but there's like one or two like bad guys and you're trying to figure it out. Among Us, that's it.
Among Us. I haven't played that one. But yeah,
it's just like that.
Yeah, I love those games. So I have a 2-hour game night with my friends and I'm like, oh, I'm healed.
Yeah.
But being outside too.
Yeah.
Putting your phone away and literally going and sitting outside.
Do you take advantage of like the paddleboarding that's out here or like
I've gone,
like
but not as much as I'd like to.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we're kind of in like a rain season right now anyway.
Yeah.
You know, it's not really. What the fuck?
I know. Also, like comedy here is so late. So it's like so my sleep schedule is fucked up.
Mine too.
And like half the day is gone, and then I get ready, and I'm like, well, the day is gone.
Yeah. Do you ever get like where you just can't sleep no matter how tired you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd get that.
Yeah.
I'll come home from work, and then I'll just be like, I don't want to sleep. I'm like, I want to stay up.
Sometimes I'm just like, I just want to pause. Can I press pause to life? Can I just take a little break, and then I'll come back? Sometimes I feel like that's the only. I need to go into a pocket dimension or something, and then not exist and then come back.
Yeah.
Like I'm not suicidal, but I do want to not exist sometimes. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
To not to concern anybody.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. There's times I just like, man, I just like want to like just feel what it's like to just have it all just stop. You know what I mean? Like just to hit pause, take a break, just have it all just stop and just feel that kind of like,
yeah,
you know. And it seems like, you know, because I follow a lot of like kind of like those mental health kind of things and like those gurus who just try to, you know, be like, this is what you do to heal. This is what you do to feel better and shit like that. I'm like, I don't know where the fuck you're getting that shit from. I was like, that shit doesn't work with me, dude. Like, I'm fucking crazy. I'm like,
I felt that way too. And believe it or not, sitting outside and journaling and meditating over the long period of time did help.
Yeah.
Because it's like reframing your crazy thoughts.
What was it about journaling that you found helpful?
Well, because I get so like, there's so much going on that sometimes like it's like analysis paralysis or executive dysfunction. Like there's too much going on that I can't do anything.
Yeah.
And so getting it all out and out of your head kind of clears space in your head.
And kind of like putting it in front of you kind of
Which,
deal?
yeah, and it allows your brain to kind of like calm down a little bit. And then once you get everything out and then you meditate, now you're extra calm. You have a clear mind. And then I would practice, like, I used to be such a negative person. Like, I remember corporate America. Every time I went into the elevator, people were like, how are you? And I'd be like, exhausted. Life is miserable. You know, then the usual. Just another day. Like, fucking working, slaving away for in this rat race. And I met this girl who was super positive, like annoyingly positive, where I was like, you don't get it. You've never been through shit in your life. That's why you're so positive. You privileged bitch.
Oh, come on.
That's how it felt, you know?
Yeah.
And then she would be like, it's just the stories you're telling yourself, Jamie. And I'd be like, it's just the stories you're telling yourself. She was right. Yeah, she was right. And they were the stories I was telling myself. And so I was like, all right, everyone loved her and she like had such good energy. And I was like, I'm a miserable person. And I guess that's showing. So every time I got in the elevator, even though I didn't feel that way and I was lying, people were like, how's your day going? Amazing. I'm so excited for the day. Do you have any exciting plans this week? I love life. I didn't think about committing suicide on my hour-long commute here.
Yeah.
And then over time, all of a sudden I was having better days and those answers became real. And then I was able to get myself out of bad thoughts quicker. And I was like, fuck, that bitch was right.
Damn it. Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. Me, sometimes I feel like I have like OCD, ADHD or something. Like I'm just like, because I can't sit and like focus, you know? And I do have like that kind of thing. But I feel like those breakthroughs for me though, like are just like right around the corner. I just have to implement them in my own life.
Every day too.
Yeah.
And it's about implementing them in the moments that's hard when we don't want to. And we're like, oh, it's fine. You know, like the extreme moments.
Yeah. Well, that's discipline.
Yeah.
You know, just having the discipline to to do it even when you don't want to.
Yeah, like when you're super angry and you want to yell at someone, and then you're like, you upset me and I feel hurt by your stupidity. I'm sorry. I feel hurt and upset by your inability to do the things that are so easy.
I'm gonna break something.
Yeah. It takes control. But once you do that, you're like, oh, okay, I'm not reacting as much and getting that angry anymore.
Yeah. For me, like getting like what do you call it? Like getting in touch, I guess, with my anger, and then just really just like identifying what it is. That was a major breakthrough for me, because it was like, then now I'm like, okay, now I don't get angry, you know?
Yeah.
I just get disappointed, you know?
Yeah. I'm not angry. There was this like line, it was like going around TikTok, where you should say to like men that like hurt your feelings, and you're not supposed to say like you're mad at them or they hurt you. You're supposed to be like, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
That's a good one, yeah.
And then guys were like, no, my father used to be disappointed in me too. And that's how you cut deep.
Yeah, no, it works. Yeah, because the thing is like guys are just natural like problem solvers. So like when you like if you go like to your boyfriend and you're just like, you know, oh man, I just can't figure out blah blah blah. He's immediately going to be like, I got you, babe. Whatever you need, you know, that kind of thing. Because if my girlfriend says anything, I'm like, dude, I'm going to build you a new room.
Yeah.
Know? But yeah, it's like, so when somebody goes like, you're disappointed, it's like, oh shit. It's like a hit right, you know.
Well, because sometimes I'm not even mad anymore. I am just disappointed. I'm like, I'm not, because sometimes I do get upset, obviously, but there's things that I'm like, would have normally just thrown me for a loop. And now I'm like, I'm able to identify where it comes from and already to process it quickly.
Yeah.
And to go to the next emotion, which is just like, damn, this sucks. And I am disappointed because I didn't want this to happen, and it did. And I'm not going to be mad at you, but
yeah,
I am going to remove myself or adjust.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's a healthy thing to do is remove yourself.
Yeah, people don't like when you remove yourself, though.
No. But, you know, like I think, I guess it comes with maturity, you know, because I kind of like, I remember a time when I was like, you know, like I remember a time when I was threatened by that sort of like kind of removal sort of thing. But now it's like I understand. And so it's a little bit more like, yeah, okay, take your time. Do what you got to do. And we'll rediscuss.
Yeah.
You know, and then sometimes I have to even teach myself to stop doing that, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, cause you know, like I want to like latch on and just be like, no, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
It's hard. Discipline's hard.
The discipline is.
I'm trying to get more disciplined.
Yeah. I know.
Comedy's a discipline game.
The comedy is a very big
long-term discipline game.
Yeah. So speaking of discipline, like, did you like sign up for KillTony like a lot before you got on?
No.
Was it like a first, second time kind of deal, or
it was like a third or fourth time?
No shit.
I just moved here. I was the last person to go, and they just kept pulling for a woman.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they did that.
So I got up, but I've signed up a bunch. That was over a year ago, a year and a half ago, and I've signed up a bunch and haven't got on yet. So I think it's like, you know, a hit or miss. I just got to keep signing up.
Yeah. I signed up a few times afterwards too, and it's the same thing. It's just like, I got pulled on my first time. Like, that was fucking crazy.
That's great. That happened to Emily. I think it was her first or second. And not only was it her first or second time getting pulled, she was the first pull.
Oh, wow. I didn't know
So she like sat down and they went, Emily. And I was like, and we were all like, and she was like, oh no, I didn't even have time to like process that I'm here at KillTony signups.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine that. Me, I was like towards the end of the night. So I had time to sit there and be like, okay, what am I going to say? You know, that kind of shit.
Sometimes that psychs you out though.
Yeah. Yeah, it does kind of
like I wasn't expecting to go up when I got pulled. We'd just been like, oh, we're not going to get pulled or whatever. And then I saw the Cowboys playing and the score was 17-17, which is my birthday. And I looked at my friend and I was like, it's going to be a good night. And then I got pulled like 5 minutes later and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. I'm so confused by that. Your birthday's 17-17?
No, my birthday's the 17th, and I just saw it twice in a row as a score, and I was like, it's a sign, because I'm mentally ill, and it was a sign. So am I mentally ill, or am I a psychic prophet?
Either way.
Find out next week.
It's a sign. That's funny. How did you feel like when you walked out? And then
I didn't have time to think because usually like, so you run, this was when it was at Poor Choices, and you run across through the alleyway and come up back. And usually you have like a minute, I think, or two to wait while the interview's finishing before you go on. But because they had pulled for a while to get a girl, that time was taken. So when I like got to the back, they were like, you're about to go up, here's your water, give me your shit. And as I'm like getting to the top of the stage, they were like, Jaime-Lee Simmons. So there was I ran and I was like out of breath, open thing, it's like lights, and I was just like, I'm a star. And in person, I was waiting for them to, and this is like a part of, I guess, experience too. And then I've grown since that time going on. But for me, experiencing it, it was like almost like every line was funny. Like they were laughing after every line I said. So I was like waiting for them to stop laughing to continue.
Yeah.
But the audience isn't mic'd. And I wasn't crushing. I was doing good, but I in person I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And then listening online, I was like, I bombed. Because it sounds like I'm bombing and it sounds like I'm waiting for them to laugh instead of waiting for them to stop laughing.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, oh, that's embarrassing. And so now I kind of will just like steamroll. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
And as they're laughing, I'm trying to get better at that. But yeah, I was kind of like about my minute because that's what didn't like look as good as it felt. And then the interview was fine. Yeah, it was good. I got some good clips out of it, and it blew up my OnlyFans. And
oh yeah,
yeah, essentially paid for my whole year.
Damn, that's badass.
Because you get like reoccurring revenue from subscriptions.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But I was dealing with health issues and stuff, so I wasn't like as active on the platform to keep up with it. So I'm kind of starting over again. But it got me through a tough time.
Oh yeah.
Well, I couldn't walk and stuff.
Man, that's crazy. But I'm glad I helped you get through a tough time. At least like, something did,
Yeah, I'm so great. I was so grateful for getting on and like the opportunity and
yeah.
Yeah,
it is an amazing opportunity, especially like, I mean, I don't know. When I got on, I was like, I remember it being like, I was really nervous and, like it was something that my brother wanted to do more than me. And he kind of introduced me to the show. And so the fact that I was doing it, I almost felt like imposter. Like, I was like, I shouldn't be here. It's my brother who wants to be here.
Oh, that makes sense.
That kind of thing.
Imposter syndrome's huge in this industry too.
Oh, yeah.
Like not feeling, I felt that a lot because I did get opportunities because I had social media and I am like an attractive woman in comedy. So like there were times I did get things for that. And there were times where like, no, I did earn this. Like that person saw me have a really good set.
Yeah.
Sure, maybe they want to fuck me too, but also like you can't like totally negate it, So there was this like imposter syndrome of being afraid to show up and like that I wasn't supposed to be where I was at or worthy of it. And that like got to me instead of just staying focused on like, why am I here and what do I want to do and focusing on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing, like, like the whole like people like wanting to fuck you and shit. I feel like that's only like a female comedy thing. Like I feel like men never have to deal with that shit. Does it make like comedy like that much harder or like?
It's so funny. My best friend, Zachro, is a comic and he's like 6'5", good looking guy.
Yeah.
And so he's the only one who he's like, no, I totally get your experience because he experiences that as a man.
Wow.
He like, because he's a pretty man, like kind of think of like Matt Rife. You know what I mean? Like where people are like, fuck you, it's almost like they're harder on his comedy because he's good looking.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So you guys probably commiserate with one another.
Yeah. Huh? So we're both kind of like, oh, tough life being this pretty.
Yeah. It could be the other way where you completely understand why it's not working out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, so like I think guys do experience it, not as much. And I think I experienced it more when I was a newer comic than I do now. Like I think over time people are like, oh, okay, you are a working comic. When I moved here, people thought I was like a groupie. And I was like, no, I'm a comedian.
No, you're a comedian.
Yeah.
No, like you actually put the work in and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it was badass. It was like, like I said, I saw your set and shit was legit. It was really funny,
Thank you.
And it was like I was telling you before, like we were like, my girlfriend's dad was even like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're talking to that, celebrity comedian and everything. And I was like, yeah, she was really good,
Oh, that's so sweet.
I was like, yeah, she was really, really good. So, but so what's like your goals? Like, where are you headed now?
My next goal is to develop at least like 45.
Nice.
So I'm like 25, but like I've focused more on like writing the jokes I currently had, and I didn't focus as much on writing new stuff because I was still figuring out like what my voice was.
Sure.
And everything I wrote was so different. So I was like, let me hone in this so that it's all cohesive.
Yeah.
So like, because at first when I was writing new jokes, it was like each joke was a different voice. Does that make sense?
That
it
makes
wasn't
perfect
me
sense.
saying the jokes. They were individually jokes. So I was like, okay, let me rewrite these jokes so I can figure out my cohesive voice.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, I feel I have a good understanding of that. So now I'm like, okay, and I've been writing new stuff with that in mind. So one, just be very like writing heavy and get up more because I haven't been up as much as I'd like to.
Yeah.
And from there, like I want to build an audience so I can go on the road and just start doing like headlining shows in small like little cities and breweries and stuff as I'm growing. Because I feel like when I'm on the road, I develop so much more. Like there's this like level of confidence when you don't feel like you're being watched and judged by your peers. Like a little freedom. And here I feel that judgment. And that's not anyone putting the judgment on me. It's just me, how I feel. I don't feel as comfortable to like take risks on stage because I feel like every time I get on stage, it's an audition or something. And that's probably the story I'm telling myself. But, but so when I go on the road or I go out of town, I'm like, oh, I'm cooking and I'm feeling comfortable to try shit. And I just want to be able to get to a point where I don't need to have this as a home base, but I don't need it to be on stage. Like I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah.
But long-term goal, like, yeah, I'd love to be like fucking Nikki Glazer and hosting shit and doing comedy stuff. And I want to be in movies. I want to do acting as well.
Oh yeah, I saw that with the mob boss. Or
Yeah,
the mob
that was
boss
just like that was an acting reel for my friend, and I was his +1. So I had 2 shots. I only got like 2 tries to get the whole acting reel or whatever. But
yeah,
that reel got me a audition for the A24 movie, The Smashing Hit, with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I can get a talking role audition. I didn't get it. Another female comic did. And when I saw her, I was like, that makes sense. I presented myself too young for the role, I think. Like,
oh wow.
Yeah, the way she did it, I was like, oh, I see what they were looking for. But just doing that acting reel like got me the audition.
That's amazing. It looked great. Like it really did. And I thought you did great too. Cause I think there was something that you said in there, like, I forgot what the comment was, but it was something like,
like, you think I'm cheating on you? I'm not cheating on you.
Yeah, no, it was really good. I think like it was, I want to say, like you said something along the lines of like, this is my first like movie kind of thing or something like that. Like,
it was my first time acting or doing anything.
Yeah. And I was like, man, this is legit. I'm like, it looks good, which really helps and everything. And I thought it was pretty believable. I was like, man,
Thank you.
That's really awesome. Was that like crazy to do?
Yeah, because they're using like movie cameras, and I was like so nervous, and I've never done anything, and I thought I was gonna have more than 2 takes, and I didn't. So, but
wow.
They focused on the guy whose reel it was, obviously. But so it was very nerve-wracking, and it was only like a 1.5 minute reel, but we were there for a couple hours.
Yeah,
for like 1.5 minutes.
Oh yeah,
which is crazy.
Oh,
but I want to get more involved in like comedy sketches, and I think with Trauma, guys, I had a comedian actor who was on a big, I think he was on Insecure or something. He DM'd me and was like, "This is really good, and you can like see it in your eyes,
yes,
like your emotion." And I was like, and I literally think it's from growing up with a traumatic childhood. Like there's a lot of emotion to pull from.
There was something.
Do you know what I mean?
There was definitely something there for real though. Like,
yeah,
I'm not just blowing smoke. Like it just, you could tell. Like like, and I was like, damn, like this is kind of crazy. And I almost thought I was like, are you like? I was gonna be like, are you in like an independent movie or something like that, or like You know, is that what it was? Because I was like, man, it looks like whatever part this was, it was going to be a big one.
You know, it was just someone's acting reel.
Oh, keep going.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I want to do more of that.
Keep going with that. I wish that I could have done that. I used to do extra work, and I did like, you know, TV and movies and things like that and stuff. But I was just like a background guy, you know, like nothing like actually like on camera, except for once. You know, ironically, it was an EMT, which I'm an EMT now. But like it's just you know, but just seeing like, you know, you up there, like, you know, it's pretty cool. But yeah, just seeing like, you know, you actually like, you know, speaking up there, I was like, that's really neat, and it looked good.
Thank you.
Good. You know, I would love to see like, because I know it said that they, you know, this is before the coloring and everything.
Yeah,
and that's what I do to this footage. You know, and so I'm really interested to see like if what the coloring looked like. Are you able to get that footage?
I have somewhere in my email like one of the versions. I don't even think he ever finished editing it and getting the final. Let me see.
Like the last little thing of it. But man, well, like, so like, was it something where he like just called you up and was like, "Hey, I need somebody to like kind of stand in"?
So crazy enough, everyone, all these comics were like, if you do OnlyFans, it's gonna like not be good for your career. And because I got invited to go to Bert Kreischer's roast premiere in LA for his roast on OnlyFans because I was an OnlyFans creator. And then so like that helped me with that brought me into like that area. And this guy that I met brought the stripper, like we went to the strip club after. He brought like the strippers. There was like strippers at the party. He worked at the strip club and brought them. And he apparently was a fan of mine, found me on social media years prior. So he came up to me and was like, I know who you, like, I've been following you, blah, blah, blah. We became friends, and I had mentioned I'd wanted to do acting, and he works on, like, he writes scripts and does acting shit. And he's like, I'm doing a reel, like, and I need a girl. Do you want to be in it? And I said, sure. So all from starting OnlyFans, I get to this premiere, meet this guy, and then I got the acting thing. Yeah,
I mean, it's a different time, and I think it's gonna like it's not like I feel like OnlyFans isn't like porn. You know what I mean? It's like it
doesn't have to be.
Yeah, it's more like one of those kind of platforms where it's like, you know, you're in control and like you're in charge, that kind of thing. So
I keep dropping my bait. I am not in control or in charge.
You know, the funny thing about that is everybody drops something in this motherfucker. Like the last episode I did, like the headphones dropped.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the last episode, it was like the headphones fell off of shit, like things were falling over. It's such a
I'm
it's
a
so
mess.
weird. This place is haunted.
Let's see if it's here. Here's my showcase link. I think I found it.
If you want, you could send that to me, and I could like right here. We can like I could post it like and have it play.
Oh shit!
If you want.
I don't even know. This was from years ago. That was like a couple years ago.
Oh, it was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was like.
I think I still lived in Miami when I did it. I don't think I was living here. Might have been 3. It's a while ago.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. No, I thought it was like fairly recent.
No. Yeah. No.
It's
We gotta
pretty
do
badass.
more.
Oh, we got
Hell yeah.
great time. That was a great episode.
Yeah, this was fun. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Is there anything you want to put out to anybody?
Yeah, you can follow me at The Jaime Lee Show on all platforms, and stay on the lookout for some other stuff.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Jamie.
Thank you for having me.
This is a great episode. This is going to be awesome.
It'll be fun. Okay.